Story about a cobbler and his wife, and they've just had dinner and they enjoyed a lovely pudding which the dame made, and now neither one of them wishes to take the pudding pan back. So that's really what the play is about, how that decision is made. So we have Irshad as the cobbler this morning and Grace as his wife. Emma is our narrator. Tishar is the bailiff or the policeman. Sahesh, you can tell which part he's playing. And Garbash is the neighbor. And William is the baker. And Reagan is the landlord who needs his rent. And Sima is a customer of the cobbler. So we'll begin now. Thanks, Emma.
A room in a cobbler's cottage. On one side is a cobbler's bench, on the other is a spinning wheel. The cobbler and his dame are sitting at the table in the middle of the room. They have just finished their meal.
That was a good pudding, Dame. Yes, but now it is eaten. All that is left is the pan which the baker's wife lent me. It is a great trouble to have to take it back to her.
I do not call that much trouble.
Then why don't you do it? I am busy. I must finish this shoe.
He sits on his bench and takes off his shoe.
And I must finish my spinach.
She sits down by the wheel.
If you were a good wife, you would take the pan back without any more talk.
If you were a good husband, you would take it back without another word.
You must take it back.
Take it yourself.
Listen, wife, let us make a bargain. The next one you speak after this will carry back the pudding pan.
Agreed.
She puts her finger on her lips, does the same. She starts to spin, he hammers at the shoe. There's a knock at the door. Both jump up and open their mouths to say, "Come in." Remembering, they both clap their hands over their mouths and sit down again. Another knock sounds. The cobbler starts to whistle. The dame starts to hum. The door opens and the customer comes in. She is a proud lady.
Good day to you, cobbler. I want you to make me a pair of shoes. They must be made small and fine and of the best red leather. Now shall the heels be high or low?
The cobbler claps his hands over his mouth and the customer grows angry.
I ask you, shall the heels be high or low? Well, why do you stand there like a great dummy? Can't you answer a plain question? Indeed, sir, if this is the way you treat your customers, you will lose all your trade. As for me, I'm going to the cobbler who lives down the road. Good day.
With a stamp of her foot, she marches out. The dame laughs and points her finger in scorn at the cobbler. He shakes his fist. There's a knock at the door. The beggar comes in. He looks about slyly.
Give a poor beggar a crumb. Ah, yonder on the table is a fat loaf. I can see that you are a kind folk and would not grudge a hungry man. Since you do not say me nay, I will help myself.
He cuts a slice.
Ah, that is so good. It would be a pity to leave the rest behind.
He puts the loaf in his wallet.
And here's a bit of tea to go with the bread.
He puts the cheese in too.
And here's a jug of milk.
And picks up the jug and starts to drink. The dame jumps up.
What? You bet you
The dame slams the door and returns to her place. The cobbler points his finger at her and shakes with laughter. There are more knocks at the door. The last one is in.
Good day, Mr. Cobbler. I heard from my rent each week.
He looks from one to the other.
Well, have you both grown deaf?
He crosses to the cobbler and shouts in his ear.
I want my rent.
The cobbler jumps and puts his hand over his ear.
What doesn't that fetch you? Then I'll try the good day.
He crosses to the dame and shouts in the ear.
I must have my rent.
The cobbler crosses to the landlord and shows in his pockets with his hand.
Enough of this nonsense. If you pay me my rent or tell me your reason why. What? You will not move. See if the bailiff can make you talk.
He crosses to the door and opens it and shouts.
Bailiff, oh bailiff, come here.
The bailiff comes in and is fat and carries a staff.
What is the matter here? This cobbler and his dame will neither pay me my rent nor tell me the reason why. I think they might go to jail. Come now, my good man. You want to go to jail?
The
And why don't you say? Then why don't you say something?
The cobbler shakes his head very hard.
And you, my good Dame, you want to go to jail too? And why don't you say something?
The dame shakes her head very hard. The dame wrings her hands. The bailiff turns to the landlord.
Sir, this is very strange. It seems that both these struck down. I think it's best to call a doctor.
The bailiff goes to the door and opens it and calls.
Doctor, oh doctor, come here.
The doctor comes in. He wears spectacles and wears a black
Who
hat.
needs the doctor's care?
These two boys go here. It seems that both these struck down.
Down are the type that is your sad. We just look into this and I want the man put out your tongue.
The cobbler puts out his tongue.
This is strange. This time is maybe too large, no too small, maybe too wide, no too narrow, maybe too short, no too long, yet he is lost the use of it. I will give you a correct doctor.
The doctor gets a pill out of his bag. The cobbler makes a face that at last swallows the pill. The dame laughs at him behind her screen.
And now, Dave, put out your tongue. Dave, this tongue looks like a good tongue. It is neither swollen nor shredded, it is slender nor high. I will give him sort of milk. That will see.
He takes a bottle from his bag and pours out a spoonful. The dame makes a face that at last swallows the dose. The cobbler laughs in his sleeve.
Now the Dame, speak, I command you.
Speak, will you pay rent? Speak, will you go to jail?
All stare at the cobbler and his dame and do not say a word. The neighbor opens the door and looks in.
And if Peter just done here does anything ail like the neighbors?
Does anything ail them? Why, neither of them will speak a single word. And we did not know if they'd be deaf, dumb, or mad, or all three together.
Not speak, you see, not speak.
He beckons the three men close to him and speaks in a loud whisper.
This sounds like magic.
The cobbler and his dame both start.
Oh, magic.
Magic.
Mystery dumb.
Leave it to me. In truth, I've long suspected a dame is a witch. Not just claim that dumbness is a spell. But if a witch has laid a spell, she can take it off again, but what you say must be made to obey.
He crosses to the dame and threatens her with her whip.
Dame, I bid you take off this spell at once, or I will give you such a beating as will make you boom.
The dame gives a shriek.
Hold your hands. What, be my wife? How dare you, you villain?
Ha ha ha. Now you'll have to take back the pudding
She
pan.
dances about and goes.
What does all this mean? I had a quarrel, sirs, myself and my good man. And if you ask the cause, it was a pudding pan. A simple pudding pan.
Oh, the cause of all the fuss was just a pudding pan?
A simple pudding